Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have this position. It is white to play and win, and white's pawns are going forward in this direction and black's pawns are going downward in this direction. Black has only one pawn, so it's going downward in this direction. Though it's white to play and win, white has a single way to win this, meaning white have to find that only move, or otherwise it would be just a draw or losing. So go ahead, pause the video and guess the move. Best of luck. Okay, welcome back. Here our main asset in this puzzle is these 3 pawns, right? So that is going to be very obvious, and we have to make a move using these pawns. So the question is, which pawn do we move first to win? So there is only one push that can win the game. First, let's see what would happen if we just push a7. In this position, the black king would just play to c8, right? So we don't have so much things to do. We can't just give this check, but that is going to be very dumb, and we can't play to a6 because black would just play queen to b7 and give us check, right? So we have to move, we have to retreat, and now look at the queen. Look at the queen. The queen is just so powerful, and the queen is just mobilized, more mobilized than queen to 8, right? So previously the queen is just trapped in the corner, and that is going to be very bad for the queen, but we let the queen go out, right, by playing a7, and that is not the correct move. The other move you may probably play is b7. That is even worse. Black would just play queen to a7, and we don't have so much moves in this position, right? We can't move the king, otherwise we are going to lose one of our pawns, right? We are going to lose one of our pawn. So if we just move the pawn in this position like to c6, black would just play king to c7. And now see, we are going to lose our pawn, right? If we just play king to a5, black would just play queen to b6 and give us a check. And on the next move, black would just capture the pawn, right? So now black has to capture this pawn and this pawn, and this is the promotion is just defended by the king, and black is absolutely going to just smash our face, and this is going to be losing for us, right? So these moves are not the correct move, and there is nothing to do with this move. The correct move is to play c6. So what is the idea of this move? Well, the idea of this move, in this position the queen has the long light square diagonal, which is a little better for the queen, but we just shut that diagonal and make the queen's mobility even worse, and now the queen is just trapped and has 5 legal moves, which all of them leads to the days of the queen. So that is the main idea of c6. So let me show you. The king may just play to c8. The king would just play to c8, and we are going to just fork the queen and the king. So when the king moves, it doesn't really matter, we just capture the queen. Or may the queen just capture us, but we just capture the queen with one of our pawn. It doesn't really matter where we just capture, we are going to just win this, right? So the king now cannot capture this, otherwise we just make a new queen. So when the king just play back and forth, we can just give this check and bring the king to c7, and we can play to a7, protect the b8 square, which is the promotion of the pawn. So it would be easy for us, right, if the queen just take it. So you may just say, what if the queen just takes this? We can't capture the queen, right? So if the queen just takes this, we can't capture the queen and we are winning. So all of these ideas are very nice, right? So now the queen may just play to b7, but we can just capture it and we are just winning, right? So in this position, black has to move the pawn. We can give a check, and soon we are going to move to d7 and promote our pawn, right? So this is going to be easy. So in this position, after we play c6, no matter what black plays with the queen and the king, we have a way to win the queen and promote our own. But this is not the end of the puzzle. Black would just play h6. So in this position, if we just push our pawn, for example, if we just move our pawn to b7, black is going to just play queen to a7, right? So this is just the exact position as that I showed you previous in the beginning of the video. Black would just play to c7, king to c7, and we are going to lose one of our pawn, and this is winning for black, right? If we just push the pawn. You may just think, what if we just give a check and we can win the queen this way? Yes, we can win the queen this way, but the queen will just capture our pawn. Yes, we can capture the queen back, but now in this position, see, the king will just capture our pawn, and there is no way to defend the c7 pawn, and black will just capture it on the next move, and black moves toward the corner, and this is not going to be winning for white. So that is the idea. So in this position, we can't push this pawn, we can't push this pawn either, and we may just push this pawn. But again, it's the same idea. We can win the queen this way, but black would just capture our pawn, right? It doesn't really matter. Black would just go to the corner, and we have zero way of winning this game, right? So you may try, what if the white king go in front of the black king, right? Like this, right? But now after the king takes the pawn, black would just play to black would just mirror the black king, the white king, I mean. So when the black plays upward, the black king can play upward, and the black king can also play to the corner, right? So if the white king plays downward, the black king can also play downward, right? So the king, now the white king can't go out, or the king can go up this direction, but all black need is the corner, right? So that is going to be losing for us. You know, if the pawn in the edge of the board, it's not going to be promoted on the corner if we don't have a bishop that directly attack that corner. So that is the idea, and this is just a draw, right? So now you just noticed we can't push all of these three pawns, so we have to play a pawn move, right? But if we play pawn to h4, which looks the same as h3, but this is not the same, black would just play to h5, gladly accepting the draw. Now you see, we don't have any move to play to. We have to push one of these three pawns. Obviously we can't make a king move, otherwise we are going to lose one of these pawns. The king is defending both the pawns, so if the king moves anywhere, it would just leave one of these pawns undefended, so the queen would just take it, and we have to move one of these pawns. That would leave us with a draw. Instead, in this position, after black plays to h3, we are going to play h6. I mean, after black pawn play h6, we are going to play h3. Now again black can't move these two pieces, the king and the queen, otherwise we are going to just easily win black. So that is the idea. So in this position black has to move, the pawn. We push our pawn, and now the black pawn can't move any longer. It's just stuck, and black is forced to move one of these pieces, and black would just lose the game. So that is the idea. And in this position, if black pushes to h5, what do you do? I hope you didn't say h4 directly, I mean h3 directly, because now black would just play to h4 and black would just give us the ball to us. So we have to move one of these pawns. Instead, if black jumps to h5, we are going to play h4. So we are going to make black in, to put black in Zugzwang, which ultimately is going to be winning for us. So this is the solution of the puzzle. For a recap, we just play to c6. Now the king and the queen can't play any move, otherwise it's going to be a fork that would leave us with winning position, right? Like this position or so many other variations. So in this position, the king, black has black has to move the pawn, just to waste a move, and black is going to push h6. That is the best move for black. In this position, we don't push h4 directly because black would just play to h5 and gave the ball to us. So we have to move one of these pawns, which leaves us with only a draw, right? Instead, we just push the pawn one step. So when the black moves to h5, we just move our pawn to h4, and only now it's going to be black's turn. If this is our turn, it would be just draw, right? We are going to move this pawn. We would have to move these pawns, and that would leave us with only a draw. But black in this position, it's black's turn, and black has to move, and that would leave us with winning idea. So in this position, the trick is not over yet. Black would just play queen to b7, the last trick of this puzzle. So what do you do in this position? For which pawn do you take? So both of them are wrong move, because black king can't move. It's stalemate, and you are just drawing this game after all of these moves. Instead, in this position, you push the a pawn and give a check to the black king. So the black king must move. It doesn't really matter where the black king moves. We can just capture the queen. And when black takes, we just move away. When black plays, we can move to d6, and now the black has to move. If we can give this, we are going to force the black to take the queen, and we are going to just win then on the next move, right? Black will just play to b7, b8. We push, black is forced to play to a7, and we are going to promote the pawn on the next move, right? So this is the idea. And in this position, after the last trick, which is the offer of the queen, we don't take the queen. Instead, we just give a check, forcing the king to move away, and only then we just capture the queen and win the game. So this is the solution of the puzzle. If you found this entertaining, make sure to subscribe to the channel. This is quite a long puzzle and has so many variations. That is why I just wait to the end and I just cover all of the variations. So guys, hit that subscribe button, share, like with your friends. I'll see you next time. Bye.